I've heard about this before, the SCP Foundation, and this is like a introductory video to it, you know? Kind of like when we watched the one about Warhammer that explained everything. I don't know anything about it, aside from the fact that there's that one baby with a diaper that works like a weeping angel. That's all I know about it. So, I guess it's time that I finally get into SCP, guys. Let's see. I found this video. Modern introduction is not like 3 hours long, so I thought it's pretty approachable. So, let's go. Let's see. Hey, weird question, but can you let me inside your house? Hello, please let me in. Until the 5th of April only, you can grab yourself the all-new PP Vampire Register plushie. Make sure plushies are honestly always so well made. The details on this one are absolutely insane, so please consider grabbing one from the link in the description. It's one of the best ways to support me, and you also get to own me. Now back to the video.
So, you stumbled upon or heard about a thing called SCP.
Yes.
And you're wondering what it's all about.
Yes, I am.
This guide has all the information you need to know about what the SCP Foundation is and what it has to offer you.
Let's go.
Think of it as the ultimate primer to the universe, and the wiki as it is and should be seen today. This guide is split up into 3 sections, and they are as follows.
The basics.
Number 1, the basics. An
Fair.
introduction to the SCP Foundation.
Damn, the guy is creeping me out. He's so serious. Like, I feel like I'm actually watching like found footage of something creepy, you know?
And wiki, covering the SCP format, object classes, in-universe lore about the Foundation, and important vocabulary, and why it all matters. Number 2.
Yeah, the job
in-universe
training video.
elements. This covers some background information and a lot of commonly used terms that might leave a new reader lost or confused.
Okay.
Number 3. Things to read and do. A tour of the entire SCP universe, covering all modes of writing and different kinds of pieces that you can read.
I don't even know what
From
it is.
-Js
Is it
to
like a
EX.
fanfic? Is it like a kind of like a D&D system type of thing? I don't know actually what it is.
001 proposals to groups of interest, tales, and canons. There's a lot more than just the SCP series.
Okay, I'm curious.
Okay, let's get started. The basics.
The basics.
Operating clandestine and worldwide, the Foundation operates beyond jurisdiction, empowered and entrusted by every major national government with the task of containing anomalous objects, entities, and phenomena. These anomalies pose a significant threat to global security by threatening either physical...
So is it like that one game about spotting differences where it's like the anomalies?
or psychological harm.
Introduction. The SCP Foundation is a collaborative writing platform centering around a fictional foundation, a scientific and military organization that seeks to protect humanity and the status quo by locating and containing anomalies, objects, life forms, events, locations, concepts, creations, and phenomena that, in one way or another, violate natural...
So it's like, fuck, I had something I wanted to say, but I forget about the writing side of it. It's like a mass fanfic project, you know, basically just oh, I know what I want to say. So it's basically just all the people that write those long notes in horror games. You know? You know when you play a horror game and you find a note and it's like, this subject did this. And it's just like a very long ass note and you usually skip them. This is like just if it's only the notes from horror games. I got my comparison here. This is like, you think that the research notes from horror games. Yes. Oh, let's go.
Law. On the SCP Wiki, authors tell stories and explore ideas within this urban fantasy science fiction universe, creating rich pieces of writing that take place in a world where the anomalous exists and how people and organizations interact with them. These articles may showcase the different types of phenomena that might exist in this universe, the SCPs themselves, or tell compelling narratives about life and interactions within the SCP world, tales, canons, and groups of interest formats. The central focus of the SCP Wiki is the SCP file.
Okay, but then since it's all public, what if someone just writes some bullshit? Do you have to take it as canon, right? Like, who actually controls this, right? Because if everybody has control, then I can just go on and be like, oh, well, SCP pee pee poo poo, he steals the poop from your butt and eats it. You know, the mods? Yeah, but what if the mods, like, go crazy, you know? What if the mods go, like, power hungry and just don't allow anything?
Commonly referred to as just an SCP. It is a set of in-universe technical documentation supposedly compiled by the Foundation in an effort to understand, analyze, experiment with, and most importantly, contain the anomaly. The SCP file is, in effect, a form of constrained writing, an immersive way to tell a story about the nature and history of an anomalous object or entity, whether directly or by hinting at some greater idea. Each SCP is given a unique serial number or designation. And on the wiki, you can browse SCPs with designations ranging from 1 to 3,999. They are organized into 4 numerical series. Series 1, SCP-1 through to 999. Series 1 was written from 2007 to 2011. Series 2, SCP-1000 through to SCP-1999. Series 2
Series 1 is big. Oh, so it's like Pokemon, where like the first 2 are okay, and then the anything after that is just straight bullshit. I get it.
Written from 2011 to 2013. Series 3, SCP-2000 through to
You're not supposed to agree. That was meant to be rage bait. Why are you all of you saying yes? That was meant to be Pokemon rage bait. Why is everyone agreeing?
SCP-2999. Series 3 was written from 2013 to 2017. And Series 4, SCP-3000 through to SCP-3999. This series is still being written, but it started in 2017. The SCP format.
Let me see when this video was uploaded. 8 years ago. Wait, never mind. Wait a minute. I thought it was like recent, but this was like 2017 was close to them.
An SCP file has a very specific format that, in general, must be strictly adhered to. SCPs are the backbone of the entire franchise. These documents are the set pieces of the universe.
It really is like the writing in horror games, you know, like the papers you find in Poppy Playtime.
Showcasing its tone, stories, and possibilities. The basic format of an SCP is as follows. Item number, SCP-, then the number. Object class, then a category name. Special containment procedures, then a detailed summary of all specific means needed to make sure the anomaly is safely contained. Description, then a technically written documentation of all things that the anomaly is, does, and can do.
SCP-6273?
And finally, supplements. Optional additional files added onto the base document.
I have some of those. It's my Centrum Women Daily Multivitamin for women under 50. Yes, multivitamin and mineral food supplement. Okay, let me take one. I don't think I took one there. Oh. Man, I'm an SCP, guys.
Each SCP is given an object class based on the degree of containment difficulty. Here are the primary object classes.
Okay. Safe.
Safe. The anomaly can be contained by simply leaving it alone. No special procedures, methods, or events are necessary to keep it from damaging the world. This does not necessarily mean it's not dangerous. A safe class object can be world-threatening if not contained, but it's just really easy to contain them.
Okay.
Some notable examples of safe class SCPs are SCP-1981, SCP-2579.
Okay, that's a bear, a journal, a clown, a brick, and George W. Bush?
SCP-993, SCP-1425, and SCP-3039. All examples will be in the video description. Next, Euclid.
In the video description, why don't you explain it to me in the video, you fucking mama huevo? What do you mean? But you taking me to the wiki? You taking me to the wiki, you asshole! Okay, fuck you then. Okay, I suppose I'll just not know what they do.
The anomaly is inherently unpredictable or requires some amount of special effort to be contained. You're not quite sure what will happen if you leave it alone, and it might be a little bit more complex than a safe class entity, object, or phenomenon. Some notable examples of Euclid class SCPs are
Am I Euclid? IKEA?
3008, SCP-426,
A toaster, human chair, longhouse, and Uberlus strip.
SCP-1171, SCP-3001, and SCP-1609. And finally,
I'm not easily contained.
These
Keter.
SCPs are really difficult to contain, requiring a huge expenditure of resources or extensively complex containment procedures. The most dangerous of phenomena are classed as Keter, often, but not always, posing an existential threat to humanity, the world, or universal structure itself. Some notable examples of Keter-class SCPs are SCP-1739.
That's just a laptop. That's just a laptop, bro.
SCP-231, SCP-2935.
I want to look at one of the dangerous ones, okay? I will check one of the first one. Okay. Guys, is this a crypto miner? Guys, do I accept the risk and continue? I'm scared. Just accept. Okay. If I get cooked, it's your fault. Okay, let's see. SCP-1739. Okay, what is it though? It's a Dell Latitude D800 laptop. SCP-1739 has proved impervious to all attempts at destruction. An executable file named GoFetch.exe is located on its hard drive. Executing GoFetch.exe opens 3 windowed applications. The first window contains an input field requesting date and time in Unix timestamp format. Only days between January 1st, 2004, 1:08 GMT, and current time at the time of input are accepted, with all others resulting in an error message. Subjects under a number within the correct range will disappear. So basically it's a laptop that if you fill it in, you just poof. You're just gone. Why is this hard to contain? The third window is a computer-generated animation of a dog chained to a dog house. If a number is successfully entered, the animation changes to a display of a woman unleashing the dog and throwing a ball into the distance. The dog runs off the screen after the bat. After time periods ranging from 3 days to 7 months, the ISAC handle disconnects from the chat. At this point in time, the animation changes one part to display the dog running back with the deflated remains of the ball between his teeth. The dog discards the remains, which fly off screen while the woman what? Okay. They can't touch it. Wait, so if you touch it, you disappear? Because, like, it said it's not destructible.
SCP-2293 and SCP-3200.
Keep reading the pluses, the addendums. Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Bro, go to school. I tried, okay?
There are a number of esoteric and secondary classes that are used much less than the big 3 that I just mentioned, but still serve important purposes. Thaumiel.
Thaumiel?
This is a very rare object class only known to the highest levels of the Foundation. In essence, Thaumiel class objects are anti-Keter. They are used in the containment or counteracting of other SCPs. They act as powerful tools to be used by the Foundation, which normally rarely uses anomalies. Some notable examples of Thaumiel class SCPs are SCP-2000, SCP-2003, SCP-3000,
That's just my brain.
SCP-179,
With the nutsack.
and SCP-3031. And finally, neutralized. It used to be anomalous, now it's not. Maybe it just stopped working on its own. Maybe someone accidentally or purposefully destroyed it. Either way, it no longer has...
That's we used to have a cat, man, and that's what they did to him too, man. You know, like his balls were just gone, and like then, cause he used to piss everywhere, and then after they did that, he just stopped. He stopped pissing. You know.
Functional anomalous properties. Some notable examples of neutralized class SCPs are SCP-1470, SCP-2682,
Oh, dude, the dog. I bet they did the same thing they did to my cat to him.
SCP-1762,
Another
and
raid?
SCP-2420.
Or is it the same?
If you want to stop watching this guide now and start diving into the wiki, this is a good time to do so. But be sure to finish this guide
Bro
if you're
really
unsure of
thinks
anything.
I'm foaming at the mouth to read 1,000 things in the addendums. Okay, bro thinks I'm itching. I'm itching to. Okay, is this the addendum? You know, is this the addendum? Huh? Is this okay? Okay, I read all that. I'm a fast reader.
Maybe you can pick one from the links from the description and then follow the cross links and navigation in the article. Maybe you can go to a series page. I highly recommend series 2 and 3 and just click on one with an intriguing title. Or you could roll the dice and press random SCP.
She's not an SCP lover. No, I'm just more of a person that consumes stuff in the visual format. That's why I'm watching a YouTube video about it. You know, I'm just not someone that is like much into reading lots of text as much as I'm like into consuming easily digestible, well put together pieces of media in a visual format.
One of the best ways to learn about the Foundation is to discover for yourself all the genres, emotions, and ideas it can evoke, to keep that sense of mystery and gritty realism.
We'll definitely
There's
play a
still a lot
game
to
based on
learn
this,
about
though.
the culture
I hear
and
there are some.
vocabulary and universe of the site. You can find out and learn by yourself just by reading as much as you can. Playing it by ear is pretty fun that way. Or if you'd like to get a better handle on everything that's going on and a few more ways to drop you into the community, stay tuned. I still have a lot to show you.
Ooh.
Next up, in-universe elements. Foundation structure and protocol. Security clearance represents how much information about an object you're allowed to know. If you've read through an SCP or two, you're bound to have seen these.
Yeah, I've seen
Data
it.
expunged, redacted, or the text completely
It's
blacked
like
out.
the, you know, the Epstein files, right? You know. Do you
These
think there was an
keywords are
SCP there? That's why they redacted it like that, man?
common hallmarks and tools of narrative of the SCP Wiki, signifying that the information has been classified to a higher clearance or has been cleansed completely. It adds an element of horror through absence that is classic to the SCP fandom. For a great example of how security clearance levels can be used, read SCP-2317. There are also many types of workers in the Foundation. Among them, we have containment specialists, researchers, and security tactical response officers. There are field agents
Which
who
one
are
would I
out in the
be?
world undercover, looking for signs of anomalous activity, and mobile task forces, special units that are assigned to carry out certain dangerous jobs. The task forces document contains a list of mobile task forces.
What's the most dangerous SCP you can think of? After them, the most scariest, most dangerous one you can think of. Go! I wanna see how fucked it gets. 1? What does 1 do? Juan. Scarlet King? Nobody knows, but then how do you know it's dangerous? 1 is a bunch of proposals? I said the most dangerous one, not the most dangerously boring one. It's either the end of the world or nothing. 5,000, but that's how creepy it is. What does he do? What does he do, man? What does he do? 069. Hey, 62. What did he do? Tell me about it. There's a lot of reality benders once. A lot destroyed the universe. Damn.
Along with their associated SCPs. The Foundation is usually thought of as a far-reaching organization, and so their bases are found across the globe, and sometimes outside of it. These bases can be sites or areas. For more information, read Secure Facilities Locations. The leaders of individual areas or sites are high-ranking Level 4 researchers known as Site Directors. There are few in the Foundation that rank higher than Site Director, and they are the O5 Council, the ultimate leaders of the entire Foundation.
SCP-621, the flesh that hates is good. The flesh that hates. Damn.
The Overseer Council, abbreviated to O5, is a group of 13 people who manage all Foundation operations worldwide and have complete access to all information, redacted or not. Their identities are classified for safety, and they are only referred to by their ID, O51 through 13. In addition, some versions of canon also include the existence of an administrator, the creator of the Foundation. Finally, one of the most interesting parts of the Foundation are D-Class personnel, or Class Ds. The canon around D-Class personnel helps showcase the colder and more morally gray side of the Foundation. In order to experiment with and contain SCPs, the Foundation needs lab rats to test things with. The D-Class. Oftentimes, they are recruited from death row or the prison population, serving as expendable personnel that are used to handle hazardous
I would probably be a D-Class then.
anomalies. In the early days of the site, a common headcanon was that all D-Class were executed at the end of the month. However,
It's Iron Lung! Wait, it's like Iron Lung!
this idea has gone out of fashion as the site has evolved. For more interesting stories about Class D personnel, try reading entries from the D-Class contest. Terms to know. The SCP Wiki has created a wide set of terminology and new innovations, inventing concepts that are unique to the premise of the site and found nearly nowhere else in literature. You may want to know these terms before you dive in. Anomalous classifications. Memetic.
There's no way they have a classification of memetic/meme. There is no way this. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, but the Reddit is seeping through my screen right now. I'm sorry. The amount of Reddit is just coming out through my screen.
Or meme. A meme is any unit of information that can spread and transfer itself throughout society. Memetic effects deal with how the brain understands and reacts to media. It is a piece of data in the subject's mind that has an anomalous effect on that subject's physical or mental state.
Oh,
that is
like the
spread
King in Yellow.
when someone else becomes aware of the same information. In particular, anomalous memetic agents are bits of hazardous information that are like a mental virus, triggering anomalous reactions in people who are exposed to them.
I do hate that they called it meme, bro. I absolutely hate it. That's so Reddit. That is so Reddit. You could have called it something else.
Anti-memetic or anti-meme.
Holy shit. I thought I read a separate word when it first started. Bro, I thought I read something else when it first... You know, they have a lot of that type of anomaly on Twitter. I tell you that much.
An anti-meme is the opposite of a meme. It has self-censoring properties. Anomalous anti-memes are perfectly mentally camouflaged,
I'll say anti-meme.
whether by making you unable to hold your perception of one in your short-term memory,
So this is like the Men in Black. This is like the pew-pew thing erases memory.
or making you unable to comprehend the concept of its existence. Cognitohazard. A cognitohazard is something that is dangerous when we perceive it with one of the 5 senses. For example, a sound that causes you to bleed from every pore, or a smell that causes you to go insane. All memetic effects
I don't like
are a
those.
subset of cognitohazards, as in order to process the information, you have to sense it. Infohazard. Infohazards are anomalous effects that trigger when the SCP is described, referred to, or acknowledged. You don't even have to sense the thing to be affected by an infohazard. You just have to know that it exists.
Oh, this is like the game. You just lost the game, by the way.
It affects data written about the anomaly and people that are made aware of the existence of the effect. Ontokinetic or reality bender. An ontokinetic being can manipulate the laws of reality, magic, through anomalous means. Groups of interest contain and study reality benders, often in unethical ways, creating some moral crises for the Foundation. Anart, or an artist. Anart
I swear I've heard an artist before. I thought it was a real word.
is short for anomalous art. Many people and groups aware of the existence of reality-breaking phenomena choose to explore it by creating often surrealist art with extra
Dude, this is the type of words that I will put into like Blossom Merriam-Webster game to make long words.
normal properties. These people being called an artists. Narrativic or pataphysical. A narrativic anomaly manifests itself within works of fiction, often affecting the content of the work involved by creating characters, changing the setting, or blurring the line between fiction
This
and
is like isekai, when an old salary man gets isekai'd into a cute girl and dates the main character instead of the main lead.
reality. The pataphorical or pataphysical SCP explores narrativic anomalies using the wiki itself as the narrative. It explores the idea of characters we write on the website attempting to communicate and manipulate us, and being aware of things on the website like author pages, deletions, and discussion forums.
That seems like it would be a really fun tool to write around, to be like, to write an SCP article while thinking of it as a pataphysical anomaly.
Technology and engineering. Scranton Reality Anchor. Scranton Reality Anchor
Okay, now this pissed me off. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I have a personal ache with like made up words. You know, sometimes like, you know, you launch Wuthering Waves and you will be hit with 1,000 variation of the Scranton Reality Anchor, bro. Dude, you launch Wuthering Waves and all they would talk about is the zoom particles that you have to harness with the Scranton Reality Anchor.
Anchors are technological devices used by the Foundation to essentially regulate consensus reality. They cancel out or prevent the effects of reality-bending entities and anchor down areas where the level of unreality is higher or lower than normal.
So basically, you put this down, and it's just that like instead of the reality destroying everything, it just only destroys stuff within that bubble. Am I catching this right?
Counterbending it so that it matches the reality that we know and inhabit. Many contemporary authors have criticized the widespread use of SRAs as a catch-all for containing any type of structural or ontokinetic effect.
MacGuffin.
Telekill. The SRA back in the old days. Except the problem was worse. In its original form, it was a metal that blocked all mind-affecting or compulsive effects. People went crazy over it and started using it in all their containment procedures, and mistakenly thought it also blocked mimetic effects. Scranton's rewrite of the article added some nuances and drawbacks to it, and its usage had fallen by the wayside anyway, as people have become more innovative with writing. Humes, a unit of measurement that measures the intensity of reality present in an area, crucial to understanding how SRAs and other technologies work.
That's
They
cool
are
that there's a measuring unit.
useful in quantifying how powerful reality-bending effects are relative to each other. K-class scenario, a term used to classify possible apocalypse scenarios, which the Foundation deals with on a daily basis when discussing the possible outcomes of dangerous effects or entities. The most common type is XK class, which describes a conventional destruction of the planet scenario. There are multiple minor ones whose exact definitions in
How
canon
people live within the SCP world?
are being argued over, including CK class, the restructuring of a reality, AK class, humanity goes crazy, SK class, the dominant species on Earth is no longer humans, and ZK class, reality universal failure. Amnestic, mind wipe drugs, a narrative tool used by authors to
Men
explain
in
A,
Black.
how the Foundation is able to keep the masquerade of secrecy, and B, to create stories dealing with memory and knowledge. In universe, these are simply chemicals that erase a normal human's memory of some amount of time. When the Foundation has to recover an anomaly in the real world, or seriously messes up, these are used. Things to read and do. There's more to the wiki than the SCP series. In this section, I open the door to the other areas of the site that are part of the Foundation universe, as well as answer some common questions about key but confusing parts of the site. What is SCP-1?
Yes.
In the early days of the site, when the wiki was just getting started, there was some debate over what should be this sacred number.
I asked chat and they didn't tell me anything.
1. Everyone agreed that it had to be incredibly written. Everyone agreed that it had to be big. Something deserving of the very first spot. But nobody could agree who should do the honor of writing it.
True.
The answer? Everyone can write their own vision of SCP-1.
Boo.
Thus, the system of proposals, an author's individual idea of number 1. They vary wildly and contradict each other. On the number 1 hub page, it says that the, quote, real number 1 is so secret that a number of false ones have been created. This explanation allows there to be multiple self-contradictory number 1s. One of them could be the true one to you. Or maybe you want a couple to be canonical at the same time. Maybe all of them are fake. Maybe all of them are true. It all depends on your canon and how much you like a given proposal. In effect, SCP-1 proposal...
I'm gonna give a proposal. Number 1 is actually not something that special or scary. It's just the first thing that made people discover SCPs, yeah? So, number 1 is gonna be like, I don't know, like a weird spot in a room that like refracts light in a weird way. You know, something like that. It would be like just the first thing that they found, you know? That's my proposals.
Are canon builders. Each one sets the tone for a particular author's vision of the Foundation itself. Creating an SCP-1 proposal is as easy as writing it and then submitting it just like any other SCP. Although, unless you're incredibly experienced, it will most likely get rejected by the community and deleted.
You'll get bullied and they'll pull your pants down and point their finger and laugh at
As
you.
of November 2017, 19 SCP-1 proposals have been successfully posted. Each one is the product of a lot of work and a high concept. Here are 6 of the 19.
Oh.
Number 1. Dr. Clef's proposal. The Foundation was established to prepare humanity for the rapture or apocalypse. SCP-1 is the angel guarding Eden.
Oh.
Number 2. Dr. Mann's proposal. The first and only natural anomaly was a spiral path in New York. A group of ambitious scientists experimented with reality using this as the thread and created every single other anomaly in the database.
Huh? So the only anomaly was a spiral path, but then some people use this as a thread. What's that supposed to mean? I don't like this as much. It's like, it's basically saying that all the SCPs that came after were made by like other humans fucking around. I see how it can be a cool concept. I'm just not a big a fan.
Number 3. S. Andrew Swan's proposal. The SCP Foundation is aware of its fictionality. They are currently discussing ways to kill their authors.
Oh, but what does this have to do with the SCP-1? Wait. That's meta, but what? So the SCP-1 is the knowledge of the fake SCP Foundation? I suppose. I feel like if you go beyond the meta, it doesn't give you that much to work with. You know, like if you look beyond the fact that it's just kind of meta, this one, you know, if you look beyond the fact that it's just, oh, meta veil, I feel like it doesn't give you that many cool concepts to it, because once you make it in the meta, I feel like all the other concepts you explore within it get a bit watered down. You know, like it's a cool reveal when it happens and stuff, but I feel like beyond that, sometimes it can take away from a story. So I don't know if I'm a big fan of this one.
Number 4. Roget's proposal. Keter-class anomalies are an inherent part of the universe and can be contained using each other. By releasing all Keter-class anomalies, the universe can be manually restructured.
Okay, but now you're losing me because I thought an SCP had to be something. This is a concept. Okay, that's not... That is an information. That's a piece of knowledge. Wait, can SCPs be pieces of knowledge? Oh god. Oh yes. So this one's basically implying that all the problems with the anomalies are the fact that we started catching them to begin with. And honestly, I don't think I hate this one. I don't think I hate this one because this is kind of fun. Imagine humans just randomly stumble upon like an anomaly and they start restricting them, which causes the domino effect of like the ones they restrict was like restricting another one. So it causes a whole ass domino effect. I do like this one. I do like this one. You know.
Number 5. Twisted Gear's Cactus Proposal. SCP-1 is one manifestation of the mechanical god worshipped by a clockwork cult, which wreaked havoc on the world before the military...
Nah. Boo. I think my favorites so far are the first one and the previous one.
...destroyed it. And finally, number 6. Kaladin's Proposal. Humanity was originally a slave race whose suffering was harvested to create utopia on another planet. We escaped and then tried to cloak ourselves. The cloak failed, and our masters are trying to bring us home.
Nah, bro. No, bro. I have no dog in the SCP fight. I'm new here. It's my first video, but nah. It's not like... At this point, we're just reading his fan fiction, man.
It's my personal suggestion that you don't start with...
Yeah, I like the Guardian Angel one and the one of the fact that the starting to catch the SCPs is what caused them to begin bad to begin with. Those are my two favorites.
SCP-1. The proposals are usually quite complex and require some knowledge of Foundation lore, which is either played with, expanded on, or subverted. Read conventional SCPs before you take the number 1 deep dive. Special classifications -EX, -J, and -ARC. There are other types of documents that use the basic SCP format
the second one was canon? Wait, what was the second one? I already forget.
Style, but utilized in a different way. This allows different stories with more diverse tones and themes to be told. The SCP-EX classification designates an SCP that is no longer considered anomalous. It is explained. The object or phenomenon in question still exists, but the Foundation has deemed it to be an acceptable part of consensus reality. Or it was a giant fake-out, or it turned out to be just a new scientific discovery.
So does that mean it wasn't an SCP at all? It was just a thing that's normal, but like without it's an SCP because it's like... Why wouldn't you think a lot of things are SCP when SCPs are real?
SCP-J is a joke SCP. A parody SCP, in a sense. Joke SCPs are explicitly non-canon, using the SCP format.
Okay, so I guess I was about to ask, if in the canon none of the regular people know about SCPs, who's making the jokes? So this is just like, you know, outside of canon.
To joke around or make fun of something for the benefit of the reader. They may riff on in-universe tropes, like overwrought security, over-the-top containment, cold posting, or bad original characters. Or they may parody things like food poisoning, bad drivers, easily
No man, black mold. It's always black mold, okay? It's always black mold.
People, or that one movie. They may even make fun of the elements in the other popular SCP canons. Ultimately, a joke SCP
parody.
is just a way to make the reader laugh. If a joke SCP is not well written and very funny, it'll be downvoted.
If I am to make a SCP ever, it'd probably be a joke one.
And finally, we have SCP-ARC, archived SCPs. These are usually legacy pages from the very old days of the site, when standards were low and the mass edit had not been conducted yet. While most of these SCPs were deleted, some of them needed to have text archives due to their usage in other tales or still existing SCPs, or because they were historically important. ARCing is no longer in use since the opening of Series 2, 3, and 4, and you will most likely never need to read one of these. Tales, canons, and collaborative logs. Tales are how the Foundation universe gets deepened and extended beyond the limits of the simple SCP file. It allows authors to tell stories where groups or people can interact with each other in the SCP universe, to expand on ideas already created in SCPs, or just, to write a prose.
My toxic trait is that I feel like I could write an SCP thing and have it approved first try. Toxic trait, but I feel like I could. A little bit of studying, just a tiny bit. I write one, and the mods will be like, yes, this is great, pass.
Some authors may also turn their tales into a series, usually if they have a cohesive idea in mind, or if it gets really popular. Notable series include There Is No Anti-Memetics Division, The Cool War, The Lombardi Tales, Tales of Mr. Collector, and Pitch Haven. You can find Tales in the top-rated Tales archive as submissions to a themed contest or by trawling around and finding recommendations. You can also, as we'll soon learn, read the tales in a canon. A canon is your own set of assumptions about the tone, setting, and dynamic of the universe. Each of the canons in the Canon Hub is a wildly different set of assumptions based off the baseline SCP Foundation. Think of them as mega tale hubs, or parallel universes, or self-contained cinematic universes for authors to play in. Here are 5 notable canons. Broken Masquerade, a world where the Foundation's existence is known by everyone. Resurrection, a deliberate attempt to resurrect the action-orientated SCP Dr. Crazy Days of Series 1, in which an MTF composed of anomalous humans is formed. Third Law, a pulpy sci-fi paratech world dominated by the machinations of Prometheus Labs and Anderson Robotics. Rat's Nest, the military killed God, and the Foundation is covering it up. Reality is slowly unraveling and falling apart.
Oh, that's cool. I do like that one.
The Gulf, small-scale poignant series set in the southern United States, usually having a restful, mysterious feel, and featuring religious symbolism and unconventional types of media. A number of pages on the site are tagged as collaborative. Collaborative logs or pages can be edited and added to by anyone, although some quality oversight still exists. This is a good way to get your creative chops and contribute whilst not taking the plunge of writing an SCP. The 3 main collaborative pages exist as lists of mini SCPs, very small-scale items or phenomena that
The
don't
problem for me to try to read an SCP is that I would have to read all 3,999 to make sure that I'm not making the same one that's already been made, and that's just too much.
need to have a narrative, but still need to be unique, appropriate, and interesting. They are Log of Anomalous Items. The SCP Foundation has discovered a substantial number of items which are simply too useless to merit further attention. This document lists those items which have prompted some curiosity. Log of Extranormal Events. This page is to document anomalous events that have attracted the Foundation's interests, but occurred too briefly for the Foundation to secure or contain them.
Okay.
And finally, Log of Unexplained Locations. This page is to be devoted to the documentation of low-threat anomalous locations which have been discovered by the SCP Foundation over the years. There are a number of other collaborative pages, usually SCP supplements or logs. Keep in mind that guidelines for contributions still apply though, and if your addition is deemed to be below standard, it'll probably be removed.
Don't worry, PP. Apparently it's 999. Easy Google AI search will find it for you, bro. It's not about finding a number that's not been taken. It's about knowing all of them so that you don't make one that's just the same concept as one. When there's 10,000 of something, you know, like I can bullshit the thing right now. I can say a water bottle that drinks you instead of you drinking water, but I bet that's already an SCP, okay? I bet a water bottle that drinks you instead of you drinking it is already a thing. So that's, you know?
Groups of interest. The Foundation isn't the only fish in the anomalous sea. Other organizations, collective, and groups exist that utilize or create paranormal phenomena for their own purposes. Some are associates of the Foundation, others are rivals to it. Many of them quietly—
Isn't there a search bar on the page? Yeah, but the search bar is useless if the name of the SCP is like, first of all, they're named by numbers. Like, if you search a water bottle in the search bar, it's not useful if the water bottle SCP is called Slurp of God. You know what I mean? Like, people name these things like however they want. I'm sorry, because like when I search the nickname for water bottle that drinks you, I search water bottle, but the water bottle that drinks you is called Slurp of God. I'm not gonna think to search Slurp of God.
Pursue their own interests, while a great many of them fall on the lines of good and or evil. The vast majority simply have a goal in mind that's somewhere in between. Here are 7 notable groups of interest. Are We Cool Yet? A collection of artists, usually producing surreal and disturbing works of art. Their pieces are designed to have maximum impact and are usually lethal in some way.
That's cool.
The chaos—
You post your deviant art OC, and if people look at it for too long, their eyes explode.
Insurgency, a rogue cell of the Foundation that uses terrorist means to steal and repurpose powerful anomalies to gain control over nations and conduct unethical experiments using them. The Church of the Broken God, a widespread cult believing in a clockwork god who is broken into pieces all over the world. Dr. Wondertainment, an individual or company that makes anomalous artifacts that are supposed to be children's toys. The Serpent's Hand, a small organization
The previous one was Poppy Playtime.
headquartered in an interdimensional library, believing in anomalous rites and the normalization of the paranormal and magical. Marshall, Carter, and Dark, a corporation that buys and sells anomalous items for the benefit of the super rich.
Of course.
Global Occult Coalition, or the GOC, a massive military organization under control of the UN, using technology and force to destroy the extra-normal wherever they find it. Many groups also have their own form of documentation, similar to an SCP. On the wiki, they are called GOI formats, and they are stories told from a different perspective than the Foundation. For more information, visit the Groups of Interest page, as well as the ongoing Groups of Interest overview and guide on the SCP Declassified subreddit. Beyond the main site, you can find stories and SCPs to read even beyond the classifications and places I've already detailed. In this final section, I present other outlets of writing associated or tied to
Is
the
this just like regular people seeing one and writing about it?
SCP Wiki that you can also look into. Firstly, a great place for you to discover lesser known but very well written tales and SCPs are in the Contest Archive. For example, SCP-1000, 2000, and 3000 contests all have SCP—
This is just fanfic for dudes, isn't it? You know, the girls write about boys kissing each other, and the dudes write about imaginary objects, bro.
themed around urban legends, sci-fi, and horror, respectively. You have the Short Works contest, and the D-Class contest mentioned earlier, and the History contest for both tales and SCPs. Then there are the
Dude, I wish there were more rules for like girl fanfics, because I swear to God, I actually don't read fanfics that much, but it's for a reason. It's because a lot of times like they just don't categorize the characters. You know, they should have moderators that's like, if you write a fanfic about a character but you completely mischaracterize the character, banned. You're gone. You're deleted, man. You're not allowed to. There, you know, quality control. That's what I'm talking about.
Multi-part mobile task force contest and groups of interest contest. And then the dystopia and reimagining contests, and so forth. There's so much to find. The Wanderer's Library is set in the mysterious, ancient, magical Library of the Serpent's Hand. It includes prose pieces and poetry set in the SCP universe, but focused on evoking a sense of wonder, of the extraordinary and fantastical. Quote, a sense that
so this is the category for in-world writing. So this is like writing that the characters in this world are writing.
Larger world beyond the one we know. In the world of the library, these wonders are hidden, but never truly far away. But never forget that this is a wilder world than our own, and it's never entirely safe, either. And finally, we have the international foreign SCP branches. There's French SCPs, Russian SCPs, Japanese SCPs, and a whole bunch more. Each brand has their own set of SCPs, many of which have extremely creative and
Am I gonna be the first one to write a Romanian SCP?
diverse ideas. If you're looking for more SCPs to read, this might be a place to find cool concepts. And if you don't know a foreign language, the main SCP-INT Wiki Hub has translations of some of them.
The Russian SCPs are scary, oh my god.
This was entirely written by Reddit user Modulum83 over on the SCP Declassified subreddit. All links will be in the description. If you enjoyed it, give Modulum83 some praise in the comments section for writing something I couldn't write myself.
The whole video we watched was written by a Reddit user? Ew! Give me my 33 minutes back! I can't believe I listened to a Redditor!